Hey guys, Wombat Grills from 30p Gaming here. We're going to be going through the first level of Army of 2 the 40th day today, making sure we get all collectibles, and we'll grab a couple of achievements while we're here. Alright, so we just skipped over the quick loading scene, and here's the start of the game. Now, the first thing you want to collect is a radio. You're going to see it just on the side to the left here, just before you meet JB.
You must be the guys. Let's get moving. We've got to get through this quick. Word is, local police will be heading here shortly.
Alright, so basically just run through this tutorial. It's really straightforward. They tell you what to do. You don't need much of my help here. Alright, so basically just put your GPS out here and follow it, find the trackers. It's all pretty much straightforward. Alright, now the key thing here is basically just to hit that little line along the bottom. As you can see, shooting the top does nothing, but shooting the bottom and it's all good. Now just a note, if you do want to equip 2 machine guns instead of having machine gun and a sniper, all you gotta do is press X and that'll equip it to your special slot. Also, whenever you're in the elevator or in like these little small cutscenes, it's good just to show your partner some appreciation. It means you don't have to waste time doing it later and you can get an achievement at the end of the game.
Salem, take it easy up here. See if we can get one of those guys alive. Dead men aren't so useful.
Oh, that's no fun. Easy goddamn money. Yeah. High potential for multiple hostiles up there, though.
Get down! Let's bind him and leave him here.
Sure thing.
JB, you're clear.
Go to the locations marked in your GPS and wait for my signal.
Alright, after you tie up the 2 officers, head up the ladder and we're going to come across our second collectible, which is our first cat. And just head past a little pill that says 5 and look right behind it. You should see a cat on the roof to the left. Just shoot that and that's your first cat in the game. And it's as easy as that. Alright guys, basically when you get to this first proper little gunfight, remember before you do anything to tell your partner to do the other thing. So if you're going to head down the ladder like me, tell your partner to stop and make sure he's aggressive, not passive, so he'll be red, not blue. Or if you want to stay there, make sure you tell him to advance aggressively. Here it doesn't really matter what you do, it's all pretty laid back. You can even take quite a bit of damage, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, just have a bit of fun. And make sure you collect all the money and ammo at the end. Mainly the money because that's what you're actually going to be using. Remember guys, you ever find yourself in a bad spot, all you gotta do is feign death and everyone's gonna think you're dead, but remember, it also only works once.
contact tell you who the potential threat was?
Like I said, as long as I'm cashing checks, I don't ask questions.
I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling about all this shit.
Feelings like that usually mean it's time to get the hell out of Dodge. Can you synchronize the signals?
Alright guys, this is the first cutscene. You can either get the pessimist or the optimist here, depending on whether you want to kill JB or save him. My advice is you don't take the money and you save him. That way, a couple of missions in, you'll be able to get the G18 handgun, which is always a lot of fun. And remember, you don't have to just do this once and then it's done forever. After you finish the mission, you always come back and repeat it. So my advice is either do the bad thing and then repeat the mission doing the good thing, or go through the whole game making all proper choices. Then once you've unlocked all the achievements, go back and do all the negative choices, get yourself some money, and a couple of extra weapons depending on where you are. Now when Salem says, or Tyson depending on who you're playing, says to get down the stairs, don't go down the stairs because they're playing that it's about to hit the building. Just wait for it to hit. Then right after you've done that, you head through the door and you'll notice that we have our next collectible, another radio. Let's go there, take that, nice and easy.
Alice, you there? What the hell just happened?
I have no idea. There's major activity everywhere.
We need someplace safe to regroup.
You're not gonna find it in Shanghai. The whole city's...
What's next?
Clean up. We got targets left to find.
The guys who planted the beacon?
Yeah, should be easy kills.
Alright guys, the kills up here are pretty straightforward. Just make sure you hit the guy with the helmet in the head, and other than that, you can even do it basically without doing anything, just let your partner do it. It will get more interesting as we go along though. And remember, if you do want to customize weapons, there's a crate with about 10 grand in it up there, so that's probably the time to start customizing and buying.
You read me? Are you okay?
I'm still here.
Where?
The South African consulate.
We're coming for you.
So just after your step jump guys, basically some guys are going to blow a hole in the wall, and it looks like only 2 are there, but there's actually a whole heap just hiding there. And make sure you get into cover before you start shooting like I didn't there.
New clip. I'll be there. We can take them. I got you. Gotta move on.
Now there's not a lot of guys here, so basically just keep moving forward, and if you do miss one, your partner should pick it up, just make sure he's aggressive. Also, some guys are about to blow a hole in the wall, it's just 2 guys. Shoot him and stun him, then get behind a pillar and just take him out. Or if you're a good enough shot, just kill them both with shots to the head. Alright guys, our next collectible is just up ahead. After we kill the 2 guys that came out of the wall, just head around the corner, and before you go down the stairs, turn to your left and you'll see a nice cat sitting there on the railing. So just nail that one and there's another collectible done. Now the key to this spot here is just a little bit of patience. Just wait for them to come out and just nail them off one by one. Be aware that guys do sneak up on that little platform to the left, and also just to your left on the ground they will sneak up, so just make sure you keep an eye on that area. And don't run up because there is a turret there that will kill you. Now once you've cleared everyone out here, the easiest way to take care of the current is probably a grenade. Or if you're feeling a little more fancy, just get some cover behind here like I am. And so long as the turret's shooting at you, there'll be a small gap where the guy's head is. So if you can shoot a bullet through there and nail him straight in the eyes, that's a nice easy kill for you. So after we take that turret out, guys, we're not going to head down there, we're actually going to head up the stairs because we're going to find our next collectible. Now at the exact opposite end of where we come up the stairs, you're going to see a weapon part just lying on the ground. So that's a nice another easy take for you. Just pick that up and then keep going. So this video can be tricky if you try to rush through it. Basically just keep a nice little steady pace and make sure you kill the guys in front of you. Now also when you're done here, what you want to do is not go down the stairs, but you actually want to use your vantage point here with the height and just take out everyone down below. As you can see, they have a bit of trouble shooting you, and you can shoot them even when they're in cover due to the angle that you're on. Once you're done there, there's no need to waste time on the stairs, just simply drop down. So after you make sure that turret's cleared, if you just head to this little side room like I am, you'll see a nice weapon part sitting on the ground. There's your rusty stock. If you want to grab another achievement here, go to weapon customization, simply stick that on a gun and you should get the homebrew achievement. Alright guys, now as much as this here says all the civilians are optional, keep in mind saving all of them in the game is an achievement, so you probably want to do it. There's actually no reason to tag the baddies, I just like to do it. But just a note, when you do sneak up on guys to grab them, you probably want to be crouching. This guy you can get away with, but as you get further into the game, you definitely need to crouch so that you don't make noise as you sneak up on them.
Let's bind him and leave him here.
Sure thing.
Now this here is probably the first tricky part of the game, mainly because these guys can scatter in heaps of places, sometimes just shoot you without knowing, but more so because we've got a heavy guy at the end here and absolutely no checkpoints until we get up to him. So just make sure you don't die, otherwise you're going to have to sit through this cutscene again and again and again, and trust me guys, it gets really, really annoying.
Baddie tagged. Nice shot. Take cover. New clip. Keep it coming, Tyson. How about we grab that shield?
Now when you're up here, if you choose to go up here, just remember you can shoot down to the bottom of the railing, so just remember to use that.
Get a move on!
Sure thing. Roger that.
One of us has to get over and open that gate from the other side.
I'm on it.
Now the easiest way to do this is simply just to get your partner to jump over. Otherwise you got to worry about several things at once. But keep in mind if you are doing this on contractor mode, your partner will die over there, so you have to do it yourself.
We're good, Tyson. Get moving.
Right guys, just after you or your partner opens the gate and you enter the house, you'll notice there's a radio sitting on there. And if we just walk out the window, you'll find then our last collectible. another weapons part. And that's all the collectibles from here. So all we got to worry about now is clearing this room here. And then a heavy. So clearing these guys is quite simple. Just make sure you keep your gun loaded. Otherwise you're going to be out there shooting with nothing. And so just try to clear them one by one. Don't try anything fancy, and your partner should take care of quite a lot of them. Just make sure he stays here and doesn't try to advance. Now after the over drastic and extra long cutscene to introduce the heavy guy, he can be a pain if you don't know what to do, but it's actually quite simple, guys. All you got to do is pull out a gun and shoot him in the head. So as you can see, it only takes a couple of bullets and his helmet's off, then one more bullet to the head and that guy is dead. Then you just got to clear the couple of extra walk through the door and chapter's done, guys. Thanks for watching, I hope to see you next time.
We found a way off these rooftops, Murray. We're coming.
Get your hands off of me!
Hang on, Alice. The elevator. No, I'm not dying in a box.
You see another way down,
You avoid elevators in the case of a fire.
and you avoid bullshit in a war zone. Get in the goddamn elevator.
So as you can see, guys, we finished the chapter and we get one more little achievement here.